Hey, and happy Thursday, beautiful people. Welcome to the daily for July 4th. Oh, happy 4th of July, 2019 with Draya Love. It's wonderful to be here with you people as always. I'm glad I get to share my check-in with Spirit daily just to see what God might be saying to me, see if some focus I'm given, maybe we can share that with you, see what you may not be seeing. Y'all know I love to use cards. That's kind of my thing, crystals and cards. It's me. We're going with the Caroline Miss deck today, archetype cards. I've had this deck forever and I actually have not shared it with you guys yet, so I don't know if you guys have heard of archetypes, but we all have them within our personality at different levels. So this is something that we'll be getting to know. You can check out Caroline Miss. She's on my website under resources and setting archetypes. I'm going to read 3 cards to you today because they're a little bit shorter, and they're going to make us think a little bit about some personality traits that we may and may not like, that we may and may not be exhibiting more or less behavior of, and maybe need to balance those polarities out in between these archetypes, between the good and the bad, because this is just, with archetypes, it's something that you are, and you just have to balance in the middle how much you play the polarities or one end of the scale if you're all the way to the left, all the way to the right. But the key with this is balancing right in the middle. So here we go, archetypes with Caroline Miss. Okay, so the 3 cards that we pulled were Bully, Midas, Miser, and Victim. And actually, I'm glad we got the Victim card because I've been wanting to talk to you guys about this whole victim topic. Okay, so the Bully card right here, the light attributes are, should be, it's Bully and or Coward. So the light attributes here, let me read it to you like this first. It highlights your tendency to intimidate others, help you confront your inner fears that bully you. Yeah, I am a little aggressive, and I don't mean to bully people, but I think with my aggression, it can feel like bullying on accident. So I think that comes out as fear, and I push hard, but it's that polarity, it's my own fear, because it says it conceals a deep fear behind verbal or physical abuse. And that's the thing with these light and shadow attributes to these things, is what happens is we have to balance that part in us. So it's probably related to my deep-seated fear, and so I push my fear on others. It comes off as aggression or being a bully, and yeah, that's kind of how these things roll. So y'all look at that in yourself. So it says should be evaluated if we bully people. Symbolically, we bully our spirits into backing down from challenges. Beneath the bully lurks the coward, which the bully masks. Shadow bully always gives in to fear by lashing out, and honestly assess to whether we have a lifelong pattern of bullying others to cover our own fear. So think about this in you. Do you guys have the bully in you? I know I can accidentally. So okay, so here we're going to go to the Midas and the Miser, and actually I know this one too. So the light attributes of the Midas is entrepreneurial and creative ability to turn anything into gold, delight in sharing life's riches, which I definitely tend to do when I have I typically have had an abundant life, and I really do share generously. I always have. That the shadow attributes to having generously, hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing wealth. And I do know that I do have that part of it too, because I get to a point where with the abundance, I do feel like I start to hoard or put my arms around it a little, because I do get scared. So with the Midas, it's associated with entrepreneurial, creative ability. Everything he or she touches turns to gold. They create wealth by hoarding money and emotions at the expense of others and refusing to share them. The challenge is to learn generosity and inherent in both. So the shadow Midas and Miser is using wealth and creating gifts only for personal gain. Need to control all forces and fear of losing it. So look for a pattern within yourself of creating wealth and or confronting it, and how far we're willing to go to create it, and also for a pattern and difficulty in sharing wealth. So check your polarity on that to see how the light and then the shadow attribute is going to work within you, to see if you need to balance that out for the Midas and the Miser, because that could be blocking your flow to money too. Okay, so the third one, we're going to go to Victim really quick, just because I really want to torture you guys today and give you a lot to think about. Okay, so Victim prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. Big thing in society today. We really got to get this victim thing out. And if you remove this victim thing from your vocabulary, I can tell you manifestation, you will literally pull the plug on what's been stopping you. This victim card that we all hold, this bullshit victim card that we all play. We are not a victim. We are not a victim. We are willing participants in our life, and we have the opportunity to do anything and everything that we want to do. So not being a victim. Shadow attribute, playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, inability to maintain personal boundaries. Okay, so with the victim, when properly recognized, the victim alerts you when you're in danger of letting yourself be victimized, either through passivity, or rash, inappropriate actions. It also helps you see your own tendency to victimize others for personal gain. The shadow victim shows you that you might like to play the victim role because the positive feedback you get in the form of sympathy or pity. I've done that in the past, but I definitely know that now, and victim is not in my vocabulary any longer. Everyone has this archetype, okay? You hear this one? Everybody has this. The goal is always to learn how to recognize these inappropriate attitudes in ourselves and others and act accordingly. Y'all, we are not a victim. We're not a victim at all. We are willing participants in our life. It's our opportunity to wake up. It's our opportunity to do something about our life. And we have every capability of doing that. So waking up to these parts of ourself, you guys, the victim, the bully, and the Midas or the miser. Let's not hoard. Let's not be pushy. And let's not be little bratty victims, okay? I know I can do that. I have done that. I've got to manage my balance between the polarity between all these three of these things, and do that within my life on a daily, and so do you. Check up the archetypes on carolinemiss.com, or like I said, check out my website and you can do some more research on it, but it's really interesting. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, get notifications when I make new videos. Hopefully you guys are getting something out of my journey. Check my website out at drayalove.com. My blog is there. You can make appointments. YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, everything is on there and accessible as well. Thank you guys for sharing your day with me. Make it a beautiful day. I love you guys so much. Peace in and with love, as always.